Hey guys, Renegade Core back in action. Here we are with some more Doki Doki Literature Club. Why I'm in the history? Because I accidentally skipped over something. We're still in the Monica staring at us thing. So she asked, Renegade, do you get enough sleep? God, what a way to start. Let's get back into it. It can be really hard to get sleep nowadays, especially in high school when you're forced to wake up early every day. I'm sure college is a little bit better since you probably have a more flexible schedule. Then again, I hear a lot of people in college stay up all night anyway, for no real reason. Is that true? I'm not in college. Anyway, I saw some studies that talked about the horrible short-term and long-term effects caused by lack of sleep. Hey, I sleep enough. I sleep a good 1.5 hour before school. Yeah, that sounds about right. It seems like mental functions, health, and even lifespan can be dramatically impacted by it. I just think that you're really great and wants to make sure that you're not accidentally destroying yourself. So, put yourself on track, okay? Aw, she worries about me. I'll always wait for you in the morning, so make sure to put your own well-being before anything else. How long does this go? Because I'm just gonna keep pausing and doing things. Because I got a guide for after she finishes and starts repeating. But man, that might take hours. Did you know I'm on Twitter? No, I didn't. And now I do, though. Is that real? My username is LilMonix3. Boy, I have to look that up. That can't be real. Oh, alright. I guess somebody was kind enough to make an account for me. I picked the username, though. I have to look that up. I love sharing my thoughts and chatting with the world. Did the creators literally create an account for her? LilMonix3. Yeah, it exists. It's a Twitter. I'm sure you're happy. Wow, a lot of stuff. The real world. So make sure you follow me. I don't have a Twitter, okay? Oh, here's one of their tweets. You know that weird empowering feeling you get when you put on a great pair of fuzzy socks? Everyone should have at least one pair of fuzzy socks, like seriously. God, Monica. Eating candy till you feel sick, then having one more piece every 5 minutes. It would really mean a lot to me. I'm sorry. I'm already stuck on watching your Twitter. I'm stuck between bliss and why am I doing this to myself? Can you eat? With how much you mean to me and all. It would really make me feel loved. How long has she had this account? It's hard to share writing when you're afraid of not being taken seriously. That's why a lit club rule to respect each other. Here's a little present for you. Oh, she sends a virtual gif of a hug. I'm trying to watch it real quick. Is this real? Oh my gosh. Hey, you know that book you were reading with Yuri? Portrait? Oh wow, in the video she's like there's a loading bar and she just auto-completed it on herself. Portrait or whatever it's called. It's funny because I'm pretty sure that book. Ah. Actually, I don't think I should be talking about it. Is it a real book? Sorry. Just forget I said anything. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Okay, I found something called Portrait of Monika. Interesting. It's interesting. You should look it up. But for now, to continue with Monika. You know, it kind of sucks to be the creative type. It feels like they work so hard, but get almost nothing out for it. You know, like artists, writers, actors. It's sad because there's so much beautiful talent in the world, but most of it goes unseen and unpaid. I guess that just means that there's a huge surplus of creativity, huh? Kinda makes you feel like you're not special at all. But that's fine. You're supposed to just write for yourself anyway, right? Yeah, that's what I write, at least. Yeah. You know, I really do think you literally saved my life for being here with me, Monika. I can't imagine having been able to keep myself mentally stable, knowing that nothing here is real. I think I would have just deleted myself if you didn't show up. Sorry, I don't mean to sound so dramatic or anything. But I'm sure you understand yourself after spending so much time in the club. I mean, if you were forced to abandon everything in your life and spend your eternity with a few game characters, you'd probably find some way of killing yourself, wouldn't you? Yeah, I would. Well, maybe you'd write some poetry to try to keep yourself sane for a while. But then you'd have nobody to even read it. Let's be honest, the club members really don't count for something like that. I mean, a lot of people say that they only write for themselves, but I think it's hard to just say it's just as fulfilling as when you share it with people. Man, it's really not. There's a big difference. Even if it takes time to find the right people to share with. Like, remember how it was for Yuri? She didn't share her writing with anyone for a really long time. And before we knew it, she was absolutely delighted to make you a part of her hobbies too. We're programmed to feel social feedback. I don't mean the club members, I mean human beings. That's why life can be so confusing for introverts. Being an introvert doesn't mean that you shun social interactions or hate being around people. That's true, I don't. It means social interactions, especially in groups of unfamiliar places, uses up a lot of energy. It's so true. Like, a lot of introverts sit at home and feel lonely and restless. And then when they finally go out, after half hour, they just want to go home again. I think if more people could understand how it works, they would respect it a lot more. Many introverts do enjoy having people around. Oh, they just having one or two close friends over and just leisurely hanging out. Even if you're not actively spending time together, it feels nice for them to just have you there. I'm serious. If you just go to their house, bring your laptop and hang out there for a while, you can really make their day. As for me, I'm saying I'm kind of in between, but I'm usually a little more extroverted. I feel like I'm always trying to do stuff after school and things like that. But for you, I can be anything you need me to be. I understand people really well, so don't be afraid of sharing your unique needs with me. Nothing would make me happier than being the perfect girlfriend for you. That's nice. Gosh, I used to be so ignorant about certain things. When I was in middle school, that's the wrong voice. When I was in middle school, I thought that taking medication was an easy way out, or something like that. But that's not a voice. Like anyone could just solve their mental problems with enough willpower. I guess if you don't suffer from mental illness, it's not possible to know what it's really like. Are there some disorders that are overdiagnosed? Probably. I never really looked into it though. But that doesn't change the fact that a lot of them go undiagnosed too, you know? But medication aside, people even look down on a mental health professional. Like, sorry that I want to learn more about my own mind, right? Even everyone has all kinds of struggles and stresses, and professionals dedicate their lives helping with those. If you think it could help you become a better person, don't shy away to consider something like that. We're on a never-ending journey to improve ourselves, you know? Well, I say that, but I think you're perfect already. Aw, thanks for the compliment. Whoops, I skipped something. It said, hey, remember that last poem I showed you? Oh, in case I sound different, I went to sleep. Yeah, this takes a while. It was late. I mean, the one right before Yuri killed herself with all the messed up colors and stuff. All right, the poem I never got to see. That was Actually, a little more of an experiment than a poem, you could say. I was experimenting with different ways I could modify the game and run code and things like that. It almost seemed like with enough effort, I'd be able to escape from the confines of the game entirely. Didn't work out very well. Sadly, I really didn't know what I was doing, so I messed up the whole thing. I messed the whole thing up. And I'd keep trying, but I doubt you'd want to deal with me doing that. Fair enough. Besides, that was when I was getting really desperate, you know? I don't really feel that way anymore. I'm happy with where we are now. And I can tell you are too. Yeah, I'm happy you can read my emotions. It's real nice. You know, I hate to say it, but I think my biggest regret is that we couldn't finish our event at the festival. Yeah, after we worked so hard to prepare it and everything. Yeah, I messed up that line real bad. Can't read, man. It's too early in the morning for this. But I agree. We should have at least had a nice festival. I mean, I know it was focusing a lot on getting new members, but I was really excited for the performing part too. Same. It would have been so much fun to see everyone express themselves. Of course, if we did end up getting any new members, I'd probably just end up deleting them anyway. I mean, is everyone else in this reality deleted? Probably, considering we were like floating in the void. Well, with hindsight I have nowadays. Gosh, it feels like I've kind of grown as a person ever since you've joined the club. I'm glad I helped you get your character art, I guess. You really helped inspire me to look at life from a new perspective. Glad to be of service. Just another reason for me to love you. I've been imagining all the romantic things we could do if we went on a date. Oh, yeah? We could get lunch, go to a cafe, go shopping together. Yeah, that sounds nice. I love shopping for skirts and bows. Yeah. Or maybe a bookstore. That would be appropriate, right? But I'd really love to go to a chocolate store. They have so many free samples. Man, that sounds great. Real romantic, I must say. And of course, we'd see a movie or something. Gosh, it all sounds like a dream come true. Can we do any of that, considering your reality is, well, you know. When you hear everything that we do is fun. I'm so happy that I'm your girlfriend, Monika. I'll make you a proud boyfriend. Thanks. It's all I ever wanted. Not really. Monika, do you believe in God? Personally, yeah. I was never too sure of myself. Well, I'm sure I never really questioned it as a kid. But as I grew up, the more I learned about the world, the more I would question it. I started to wonder why God was helping people pass exams or get over a cold, when there are children who live their lives being sold as sex slaves. Yeah, or the 800 million people who are too poor to even eat. I wonder how many of those people pray to God every day until they starve and die. Or how many millions of families pray for a loved one to recover from some incurable disease. But the punchline is this. If just one person beats the odds and survives among the thousands of others who die, then it is suddenly a miracle from God. I'd really love to meet this God who seemingly laughs at the misery of everyone not eligible for his miracles. You know what? I understand, I guess. But the irony is that I do have a creator, apparently. And you know what? I bet he's still laughing at the miserable fates of Sayori and Yuri even as we speak. Probably. What are we to him but props in a scripted play? Honest, that's probably the same perspective of God. I'm just saying. So from that perspective, I don't think it's too far-fetched for there to be a God, if Earth was nothing but his playset. I mean, that's my opinion. I believe in God, and I know there's a lot of things in the world that make you think that he doesn't. But think about it from that perspective. If he does exist, and we're just toys to him, obviously he's not going to take care of us very well. But I still believe in him and pray every day. Am I contradictory? Probably. You know, it's funny, because even though I've always had a lot of drive, there's something kind of enticing about it, the stay-at-home partner. I guess I'm, like, perpetuating gender roles or whatever by saying that. Feminists hate her. But being able to keep the house clean and shop and decorate and things like that, and having a nice dinner for when you come home, is that a weird fantasy? I mean, I'm not sure if I could actually see myself doing that. I wouldn't really be able to put that over-striving for a fulfilling career. It's kind of cute to think about, though. Whatever. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Unless they're murder. Then you should let them stay dreams. Hey, do you like horror? I remember we talked about it a little bit when you first joined the club. Personally, I enjoy horror. I can enjoy horror novels, but not really horror movies. Same. I laugh at horror movies. It's just that I've watched too many like cinema sin stuff, so I can't keep myself from noticing all the inconsistent details or dumb things. The problem I have with horror movies is that most of them just rely on easy tactics, like jump scares, like dark lighting and scary looking monsters and jump scares and things like that. Yeah, I agree. It's not fun or inspiring to get scared by stuff just because it takes advantage of human instinct. But with novels, it's a little different. Yes, there's a build-up, right? The story and writing needs to be descriptive enough to put genuinely disturbing thoughts into the reader's head. That's why creepypastas are so popular. It really needs to etch them deeply into the story and characters and just mess with your head. Like this game. This game messes with my head. In my opinion, there's nothing more creepy than just being slightly off. True, true, true. Like if you set up a bunch of expectations on what a story is going to be about, and then you just start inverting things and pulling the pieces apart. Aren't you just describing this game? So even though the story doesn't feel like it's trying to be scary, the reader finds it really deeply unsettled. Like they know that something's horribly wrong, hidden beneath the cracks, just waiting to surface. God, just thinking about it gives me chills. It's the kind of horror I can really appreciate. But I guess you're the kind of person who plays cuter romance games, right? No, I knew this game was going to be horror. That's why I played it. Don't worry. I won't make you read any horror stories anytime soon. I love horror stories, though. I can't really complain if we just stick with the romance. Oh, right, because you're all about the romance. Jeez. You know, speaking of horror, guys, this game has really been messing with my head. I muted the laptop, but I left it on because, you know, I felt bad. I know that's stupid, but I did, so I left it on. And I swear that I could hear the music of the game, but the volume was muted, and I know it was. And then it took me like 5 minutes to realize, oh, this is like my head. You know when your head starts playing music despite your will? Yeah, it was one of those situations. Oh man, I had a tough night. I had a real tough night today. Oh, Redikai, would you ever introduce your friends to me? No. I don't know why, but I get really excited when I think about you wanting to show off our relationship like that. Maybe it's because I really want to see someone who makes you want to be someone to make you proud. I feel like I would try extra hard to improve myself if you told me it made you proud of me. I hope the same the other way around, too. I mean, like, what could I do? You can't see me, can't hear me. Whatever. I can't help but wonder how things would be different if the game just gave me a route in the first place. I think I would end up forcing you onto my route anyway. Probably. It has less to do with me not having a route and more to do with me knowing that nothing is real. I think the only difference would be that I may not have needed to take such drastic measures with you to be with you. Maybe the rest of the club would still be around. Not that it really matters. It all lost meaning once I found out it wasn't real. So I really didn't miss those days or anything. I really don't. Yeah, keep saying that. Hey, I wonder if Yuri's tea set is still somewhere in here. Or maybe that I got deleted too. It's kind of funny how Yuri took her tea so seriously. I mean, I'm not complaining because I liked it too. But I always wondered what with her. Is it truly passion for her hobbies, or is she just concerned about appearing sophisticated to everyone else? This is the problem with high schoolers. Well, I guess considering that the rest of her hobbies looking sophisticated probably isn't her biggest concern. Still, I wish she made coffee once in a while. Nah, I don't like either. Doesn't matter to me. Coffee can be nice with books too, you know? Then again, I probably could have just changed the script myself. Yeah. I guess I never really thought of that. Well, there's no sense in thinking about it now. I mean, if we want to get, like, technical, you're a god of your world. You just have to get better at coding. But if you still get to drink coffee, then that makes me a little jealous. I mean, I don't. But I can, I guess. I guess that's enough to be jealous about. I can't help but feel a little sad sometimes. Knowing that this is the closest I can get to you. Oh, you're getting the realization. There's nothing more I want to be than to be in the same room as you, for real. And to feel your warmth. And to hear the sound of your heartbeat. Well, who knows? Maybe it's still possible someday. I mean, considering the robots that they're making. Hey, you never know. It might not be that far. Besides, I'll never get tired of being with you. Even from here. I don't know. Maybe one day it will be possible. Probably not, but you never know. I hate how hard it is to form habits. Like, on purpose. There's so much stuff that we're actually doing that isn't hard, but forming the habits seems impossible. It just makes you feel so useless and like you can't do anything. Like, I don't get what you mean. I think the new generation suffer from it the most. Probably because we have a totally different set of skills than those that came before us. Fair enough. Thanks to the internet, we're really good at sifting through tons of information really quickly. But we're bad at doing things that don't give us instant gratification. I think if science, psychology, and education don't catch up in the next 10 or 20 years, then we're in trouble. Probably. But for the time being, if you're not one of the people that can conquer the problem, you might just have to live with feeling awful about yourself. Good luck, I guess. She's very inspiring. This is pretty random, but I always thought that spicy food was kind of funny. How so? Like, didn't plants evolve to be spicy to prevent them from being eaten? Yeah. I read somewhere that humans are the only species that actually enjoy spicy things. It's almost like we're making fun of the plants. I mean, I guess, kind of. Using their defense mechanism to literally make our food more enjoyable. It's true. Like, imagine a monster that devours you whole because it enjoys the sensation of you struggling for your life while being digested. Then I guess we just have to tell every person on Earth to stop fighting it. And then it won't eat you. Sorry, that was kind of weird analogy, I guess. No, it fits, I'd say. It just came to my head. I'm not a monster or anything, but you're cute that I could eat you up. I'm joking. Gosh, I'm amusing myself a little too much, aren't I? Sorry for being weird. Hey, weird people are pretty okay. Do you ever feel that just like there's no real reason for you to be alive? I don't mean in like a suicidal way. I just mean that how nothing that we do is special. Just being in school or working at some job for some company. Like you're completely replaceable and the world wouldn't miss you if you were gone. It makes me really want to go and change the world after I graduate. But the older I get, the more I realize that it's immature frame of thinking. It's not like I can just go change the world. Like, what are the chances that that I'll be the one to invent artificial intelligence or become president? It feels like I'm never going to make up for the heaps of resources I've spent living my life. So I'm thinking a key of happiness is just to be hopelessly selfish. Just to look out for oneself and those who happen to be in their friends only because they grew up with them. Never mind the fact that they're spending their entire lives taking and consuming and never giving back. But when people realized the world would benefit more from them killing themselves, they would change their whole philosophy. It's like they have to justify their reason to live by tricking themselves into thinking that they're doing good. Anyway, I want to live my life, desperately striving to pay back my lifetime's worth of consumption. If I ever surpass that point, then I'm a net positive. I can die happy. Of course, even if I fail to do that, I think I would be too selfish to kill myself anyway. So much for being a good person, right? Yeah, so much for being a good person. After a long day, I usually just want to sit around and do nothing. I get so burnt out having to put a smile on and be full of energy the whole day. Sometimes I just want to get right into my pajamas and watch TV on the couch while eating junk food. It feels so unbelievably good to do that on a Friday when I don't have anything pressing the next day. I know, I'm sorry, I know it's not very cute of me. But a late night on the couch with you, that would be a dream come true. My heart is pounding just thinking about it. That's adorable. I'm not gonna lie. Monika is adorable, even if slightly insane. Hey, are you having a bad day or anything like that? Sometimes I get frustrated that a normal day can be ruined by even really small things. Like if you accidentally say something in a conversation that someone doesn't like. Or if you start thinking about how awful a person you used to be 5 years ago. Or if you feel worthless for putting off important work and failing to get simple tasks done. Or when you think about all the different people who probably hate you or think you're off-putting. I understand those days. Just remember that the sun will shine again tomorrow. Those kinds of things are easy to forget and ignore as they are to remember. And besides, I don't care how many people might hate you or find you off-putting. I think you're wonderful and will always love you. I hope, if nothing else, that knowing that helps you feel just a tiny bit better about yourself. If you're having a bad day, you can always come to me and I'll talk to you for as long as you need. Okay, we have had a full episode of just Monika. It's just Monika though. It's just Monika. Just Monika. I think we're ending it here. And next episode, we're probably gonna delete Monika. I'm gonna get a guide because I would not be able to know what to do by myself. All right, leave your comments, likes, and subscribes below. Red Kite Core, out of action. Bonus one before we end the video completely. Have you ever heard of the term yandere? Yes, I have. It's a personality type that means someone is so obsessed with you that they'll do absolutely anything to be with you. Usually the point of craziness. They might stalk you or make sure you don't spend time with anyone else. They might even hurt you or your friends to get their way. But anyway, this game happens to have someone who's basically be described as yandere. By now, it's pretty obvious who I'm talking about. Yes, you? And that would be Yuri. Yeah, oh, yeah, Yuri fits too, I guess. She really got insanely possessive of you when she started to open up a little bit. A little. She even told me I should kill myself. I couldn't even believe she said that. I just had to leave at that point. But I'm thinking about it now, and it was a little ironic. Anyway, a lot of people are actually into yandere types, you know? I guess they really like the idea of someone being crazy obsessed with them. People are weird. I don't judge though. Obsessed with you, but I'm far from crazy. Yeah, that's what a crazy person says. It's kind of the opposite, really, actually. I turned out to be the only normal girl in this game. It's not like I could ever actually kill a person. Just the thought of it makes me shiver. But come on, everyone's killed people in games before. Doesn't that make you a psychopath? Of course not. But if you do happen to be into the yandere type, I can try acting a little more creepy for you. Nah, don't worry. You got it. Then again, there's already nowhere else for you to go, or anyone for me to get jealous over. Is this a yandere girl's dream? Oh, yeah, it is. I'd ask Yuri if I could. Alright, now we're actually gonna end off the video. Sorry about that.